Hello world of YouTube, and welcome to my next episode of Viral's Movie Reviews. This time around, I'm reviewing a movie that I could have sworn was requested by a few people, but I scanned my comments and I couldn't find the fact that it was requested. But I'm glad I saw the movie anyway, and that's Rise of the Planet of the Apes. I'm gonna preface this review by saying I haven't seen any of the other Planet of the Apes movies, and I might say stuff that's spoilerish. So if you have not seen the movie, I guess don't watch it. I don't really know if I'm going to spoil anything. If someone has seen the movie and tells me that's a spoiler, then don't go see this movie. But if you're someone like me who hasn't seen it, go watch it. If you have seen the Planet of the Apes movies, I feel you would like this more. I haven't, so I didn't like it as much as maybe you have, but I still really loved the movie. The two actors in it that really had the best performances were James Franco and John Lithgow. Every other actor in the movie I didn't give two shits about. You know, I liked the guy that the chubby guy that died from the disease, but I mean, I didn't really. He was a big part of the plot, but as a character, he was relatable, but yet disposable at the same time. The plot points in the movie were done so well, like even the romance between James Franco and the woman's character was focused on just enough to where you got what was going on, you got how Caesar reacted to that, and that was it. You know, they did a good job of focusing on Caesar's rise, both in intellect and change in emotion. Like, you see Caesar's life, you know, the beginnings of his life, and they do a very good job of doing that. Like the animations of the apes are astounding. They don't look real, they look fake, but they look real enough to make you go, wow, that looks very well done. And they showed their emotions so well, and they did a great job of, you know, showing that kind of confusion behind the fact that they shouldn't really be feeling, that they feel kind of out of place with Caesar. Like, whenever he's in the car, he kind of looks uncomfortable, and you can see that very much so. And some of the shots in the movie are just astounding. Like, there's a scene when Caesar climbs up this redwood tree, and you see him scale up these trees as he gets older, and then when he reaches the top, he's much older. That looks beautifully done. It's well animated, well shot, well constructed. Everything about that is an astounding shot. This is probably my favorite. I don't normally pick a favorite shot in the movie, but that was a really good shot. I'd put it as my favorite. There's some scenes that make you turn sides for a brief moment. Like, during most of the scene when Caesar is given to animal control, you feel for Caesar, but then when he rejects the offer from James Franco to come back, you kind of change sides for a minute. You're like, well, why isn't he going with him? What's going on? Why is he doing this? You know, like, go with him. So it really does a good job of pulling at your heartstrings in all the right ways, and it was really cool to see this franchise at its beginnings. Like, they do a really good job of setting, because even though I haven't seen the movies, I know what happens, so it does a really good job of setting that up. Like, they say all the right things to set that up without focusing on them. Like, I had to bring up, they announced the flight to Mars in one small scene, and it was like for a brief second, and after I mentioned it in the movie, because I went with a friend, she was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Like, they do a really good job of subtly leaning you towards, except for the last part, the very last reveal, which I would stay for. When the credits start, don't leave yet. Stay for a little bit longer. It's not after the credits, it's just during the credits. It's kind of like a mid-credits breakup, because that explains something else that they don't really go into. And it's just a great movie. I could keep going on and on and on. This movie was very well done, very well constructed, well thought out. I think fans of the franchise are going to love it. People who haven't seen any of the movies should really watch this, because it might get you into it. Like, if you didn't have interest before, this will really bring you into it, because I really had very little interest, if any, to go see any of these movies. Now I'm going to look on Netflix after this review and see if any of the movies are on there, and I'm going to watch them, whether it be the old ones or the new ones. I don't care. I want to see these movies now. I want to be involved in this universe. I really want to see what happens on this planet of the apes. And God, I really love this movie. It was so damn good. Hopefully, if you've seen it, you enjoy it. But yeah, that's about it. All I'm gonna say for this review. Just well shot, well directed, well animated. God, it was so damn good. You guys have good days, lives, and situations. I will see you another day. Yeah.